Of course, I'm repurposing a container. I used to not get celery. I loved celery very much as a kid because Mom would make it for special occasions with dip, onion dip, which is, you know, if some people know, you take the soup mix and mix it with sour cream, and voila, dip. And yeah, I love that, and that was special occasion kind of stuff. But I thought, oh, it's too expensive. Right, basically what I'm doing is just measuring it up against the piece that I know fits. It just makes life a lot easier when you have the correct measurements. Well, and then the little extra pieces that I can munch on as I work. But what I hadn't factored in with the celery is I didn't weigh it. So when celery is like $2, if you don't bother thinking about it, which I did not take the time to think about it, it sounds like it's going to be, you know, more expensive than $1 a pound. But celery is heavy. And you can get into the whole thing about, yeah, celery is a lot of water. But you know what? You make your rules. You try your best. If you get too crazy, you're going to spend too much time with your rules. And, you know, you develop as you go. So, yes, it's a lot of water. But also, it's good for me. And it makes me at least vaguely happy. Yeah. So, yeah, when I buy celery, I wait for a sale, and then I take advantage of my resources, and I use the scale in the store, and I get the heaviest one, and I make sure it's over 2 pounds, which is a lot easier than one might imagine. At most, I'm paying $1 a pound, as much as I can possibly manage that I buy things at $1 a pound or less. And yeah, so I would have been saving so much money if I was cognizant and thoughtful about the price. I was not. You know, none of us are perfect. We learn as we go. We're all on our journeys. It's a way better snack for me than a lot of the crap that I tend to eat. It's a lot cheaper. It's an investment in health. I don't even use the soup mix anymore. I look up Copycat recipes if you want to save money. See if you can make stuff yourself, and especially if you don't have to refrigerate it or whatever. If it's stuff that you use anyway, then you're using up less cabinet space. You're using your stuff up quicker. So it's not sitting around getting old and you're going, oh my god, I have to use this before it expires and it goes bad or whatever. You know, if you're using your stuff consistently rather than having a bunch of stuff that you only use once in a while, that's going to help financially and with space, which generally speaking can also help. I use onions and onion powder and minced onion and stuff all the time, so I have that already. The other ingredients I have already, except for what goes in it is beef bouillon. So that I had to buy special. I found something that's way cheaper, but it has to be refrigerated, so I am using up a little refrigerator space. It's a little jar. It's not a big deal. And then you can customize it to exactly how you want it. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you do. If you care, it's nice. So, all right. I'm going to put the good stuff over there, and that's another thing too. Factoring in the price, not just the water content. How much stuff are you cutting off? If you're super picky and you're going to be cutting off a bunch of stuff and throwing it out, that ups your cost. If you're, just to keep it simple, if you're throwing out half of what you buy, that doubles the cost. Just to keep it simple. Some people use all the trimming stuff to make vegetable stock. I can't. I'm not. That's not happening. So for me, it's a waste. For other people, at least some of this is usable. I mentioned using the leaves, that I use that like lettuce. It can also be used when you make soup. I do throw some of it in the freezer. So that gets used as well. It's like some people, that little blemish there would not bother them, and they'd be like, you know, what's up with you? Just eat it. That's not me. I can't do that. I cut off everything. So, and that costs me money, but, yeah, we're all individuals. We have our things. All right, you know what? I want to do this monster. Let's get this. Let's clean that up. I can eat that. That is something. Yes, it didn't go straight, but you know what? Don't care. And also, I didn't chop my finger off. Look at that. That's... Now that I know it's edible and I know how good it is, that's stinking delightful. Who knows when I'll get that opportunity again. I mean, if there's a way to tell if the middle is like that, I don't know about it. I just found out about this. We'll see what the future holds. You know what? Let me get this out of the sight. There we go. So yeah, the more conscientious you are about your spending, and fringe benefits, really, and fringe benefits of certain things, which I guess I'll get into another time. Sometimes there's stuff you don't think of. Like, okay, if I'm happy eating this, and it's preventing me from eating junk, not only am I saving the money because the sugary, junky crap is more expensive, but it's better for my health. If my health benefits, I'm saving that way too. Either, you know, maybe I have more energy. Maybe, you know, my general health is better. Maybe it's going to save me on a doctor visit here or there. Maybe it's going to boost my immune system. And I don't just mean about celery. I mean about, you know, so many better choices to make. You know, if you're feeling better about yourself, I'm certainly feeling better about myself eating celery rather than junk and crap. You can't think of everything. I mean, you can drive yourself absolutely mad. So, depending on how much you need to spend, how much you want to spend. I mean, if you're in dire straits, yeah, rather than, you know, scrolling on something, probably be a good idea to find out what's economical for you. You know, how to tailor things to your life and so on. Some people don't have the variety of choices that other people have. You know, our environment impacts us, our upbringing impacts us. Look at those nice leaves. I can make a sandwich. Yeah, I'm cleaning that up. Partly so it looks neater. Partly because the more cut surfaces you have, sometimes it impacts how long things stay fresh and whatnot. So, yeah, I trim off the parts that don't look quite so neat, and I'll be chowing down on that, because why not? Waste not, want not. Yep, that goes in there too.